want to talk to you today about the power of positive thinking. And so the start of my thing is are you a half empty or a half full glass kind of person? One of the things I want to point out, how being a half full glass kind of person, the positive person, can lead to a longer life versus being the negative person can lead to shorter life and cause health problems. And one of the little captions that I put with my thing is, which goat are you? And I do have two cute little goat stories to go with it. So your thoughts could mean life or death. So again, it has to do with positive thinking affects your life, and negative thinking brings on shorter death. And then we're going to go through just a few of those different things. What you need to know is that your negative thoughts can affect your physical and mental well-being. Those negative thoughts tend to bring you down. A lot of us has heard people who are stressed, and they're so stressed out they end up having a nervous breakdown. However, the opposite side of thing is how positive thinking can benefit your life in so many ways. So negative thoughts, let's talk about those for a second. Physical ailments such as headache and fatigue. A lot of us have heard of different people who've had stressful days, so they come home with a headache. Work has got them so stressed, they're so upset. Depression, one of the first things people do when they're depressed is they want to sleep all the time. And that's from joint chiropractic. Also, joint chiropractic tells us that physical ailments such as joint stiffness and even weight gain can be related to negative thoughts. If you think again about somebody who's upset or depressed all the time, what do? They typically are binge eaters. Binge eating causes a weight problem. Worrying is the breeding ground for negative thoughts. So when you start worrying all the time, you're automatically breeding those negative thoughts and incorporating them into your life. Worrying not only affects physically, but it also it causes anxiety, causes alter sensitivity, and it can cause physical illness. I remember one time in 8th grade, I found out at the beginning of the period, the school day, first period, that I was going to get like a D or an F on my report card. I worried all day long to the point that finally by the last period of the day, I'd asked the teacher to go to the nurse. I was burdened up with fever, and she forgot, when I finished out school day, rode the bus home, and by that night, I was sitting at St. Elizabeth ER, actually laying on the floor because I was sick, burdened up with fever, but the stress and the worry of everything that I was going with the grades and the abuse and everything that was going to happen when I got home weighed down on so much that I made myself physically ill. Appetite, lifestyle, habits, relationships, sleeping problems, performance, all of those can be affected by negative thoughts and worrying. So here's our story about our first goat. This is my well. And if you take this well, if you look down, take kind of the front cover off of it, and you look at the well just at ground level. Okay, and you have this well, and the goat happens to walk along and fall into the well. So you have a goat down there, and the farmer walks up, he hears his goat crying, he walks up, and the farmer kind of negative thoughts too, and says, oh, what am I going to do? And he says, there's nothing I can do. I don't have a rope, I don't have any friends, I don't have anybody help me get my goat out. So I'll just throw dirt on top of him and bury my goat and put him out of his misery. So the farmer starts throwing dirt in there, and the goat just gives up and lays down and buried alive and dies. So our goat just disappears. He dies from his negative thoughts. Positive thinking. Just a few different things about that. According to Laura Bauer, who wrote a paper, it can cause increased lifespan. Positive thinking also causes greater immunity to the common cold. So now when you're a positive person, more on the upbeat, all of a sudden, not only you're not going to get sick as often because it's more positive. Also can lower your cholesterol, and which therefore reduces the risk of cardiovascular problems. You also have better coping skills in stressful times. And here's one all of us can appreciate. It will slow your aging a little bit. So isn't that just something to be positive about? Also, according to the Mayo Clinic, can cause lower rates of depression, lower rates of stress, because all of a sudden you're being positive, you're not letting those things beat down on you. You eliminate those stress headaches, you eliminate the stress eating, better physiological and physical well-being. All over, you're going to be healthier. So that brings us to goat number 2. Goat number 2, same situation. Let's take off the front cover of our well and bring it down to ground level. Here we are. And our goat walks in and falls, and he's sitting at the bottom of the well. Same thing, goat cries, doesn't know what to do. And the farmer again says the same thing, Mr. Negative. So Mr. Farmer says, I'm going to throw dirt down on top of my goat and put him out of his misery. This goat has a different personality. different attitude. This goat, every time the farmer throws a shovel of dirt down on him, he shakes it off and stomps down on it. And the farmer keeps throwing dirt in, and the goat shakes it off and stomps down on it. Before you know, all that dirt has risen the floor of that well to the point that the goat can just walk right out. And there he goes. So just a few ideas here for putting positive thinking into practice. Never do self-talk. Try to do positive talk to yourself. Instead of saying, I can't do this or I'm never going to get this, say, you know what? I haven't done this before, but I'm going to try. I'm going to make my best, and if I have to ask somebody for help, then I can. There's a whole list of things. One of them here says, I'm too lazy to get this done. And instead of saying that, saying, I don't know that I can fit this into my busy schedule, but I'm going to try. A few minutes here, a few minutes there can make a huge difference. So in conclusion, which goat are you? Are you going to be the negative goat who's going to have a bad attitude, who's going to be upset, who's going to be depressed all the time, and he's going to have worse health problems, he's going to have headaches, he's going to be miserable. He may have a long life, but he's going to be a miserable life because he's upset and disappointed. Or are you going to be the goat who has the positive attitude and has a longer life, typically healthier because your immunity's up, you're not stressed, you're able to enjoy life, you're able to do things, you look younger. So, choice is up to you. That's all I have. Thank y'all very much.
Sorry, this guy.
He wouldn't bother me. He was good. All right, that's all I have. Thank y'all so much for listening. Did I make it more than... You still videoing?